Welcome to Dead Culture Radio. I'm your host, Dead. Today we have a show for you, a podcast episode for sure, with 2 interviews in it. Like normal, everything's normal and cool. World's definitely not exploding. World War III, not on the horizon, no problem. Our first interview was performed. Very performative. It happened. It occurred at this woman's house where I was at, and it was with the woman whose house that it was. She owned the house, and then did an interview with me at her house. And then yeah. So let's hear what she has to say about some things. This is Dead. I'm here with Dead 2. Dead 2, how are you feeling?
Good.
That's good. Now, you're a mother, correct?
I am, and a grandmother, too.
How long have you been a mother?
I have been a mother for 35 years.
What is your favorite and least favorite thing about being a mother?
Whoa, okay. Okay. Most favorite thing would be...
I see you're wrangling a grandchild right now.
Oh, wow. Most favorite thing about being a mother. Well, same reason that you want family. You want those people around you. People that you can love and they love you back.
Yeah. You like that connection?
Yeah. The least favorite thing. Oh boy. Sometimes it's just a huge responsibility that you just don't want to deal with for a minute.
I recently saw someone say on social media somewhere, like, it was something like, if you could have one thing, one wish, whatever, it would be like to not be a parent for like 2 weeks. Just have a break, like a vacation from parenthood for 2 or 3 weeks.
That seems like a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would start missing my son, my grandson, my granddaughter. Yeah, I don't think I could go that long without them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up? What kind of news have you been keeping up with lately?
Well, the latest thing, the Iran thing.
The Iran bombing. We bombed their nuclear facilities, and
then, the word is that we really didn't hurt them the way we wanted to. So there again, I just feel like an ant in the world that really never knows the truth, the whole story. But yeah, that, and the killings of the people in politics in Minnesota. Forgive me, I can't remember their names. But that was,
I don't think I heard about this. What is this?
well, it was a couple. They're both in politics, and they were shot to death in Minneapolis. And then I think it was the same assassin went out after another couple that were involved in politics. Not exactly sure what the motivation was. But there was a big funeral on television, and I don't know. It was just so sad and unnecessary, and I just kind of really didn't want to learn a whole lot about it just because of that.
Sure. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of, to me at least, it seems like violence is becoming more and more how people are expressing their politics.
Are they expressing their politics, or are they expressing their frustration?
No, political frustration.
Well, I think it's life frustration.
Some would argue that life is politics.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think just the struggles of, there's a lot of people, they want to, they want a home. They want to buy a home. They can't afford it. They want They want to do a lot of things that, they can't do. And some of the reasons that they can't do that is because of our, the way our world is structured. And they just can't get a fair shake, can't get a break in life. And I think that leads to a lot of people's frustration. And then I think there's just a lot of nut jobs out there looking for their 15 seconds of fame. And I'm saying 15 seconds is all it takes to murder somebody. So, and of course, I'm watching Trump. I'm always watching Trump. I can't keep up with his beautiful bill anymore. I'm lost.
Yeah, it's the big beautiful bill. There's a lot of stuff in there.
There's a lot of stuff, and I think when Trump ran for president, the people that were behind him, I think those people are kind of, backpedaling a little bit. They're saying, well, yeah, we don't, we want this immigration thing taken care of, but not this way. And we do want tariffs. We want, countries to pay their fair share. We're not, a welfare country. So the tariff, tariff's a beautiful word. Well, yeah, it is, but you kind of went overboard, Mr. Trump. So there's things about that. And this thing with Elon Musk, I don't know. I mean, it's just so many, innovative minds that made a lot of money. I'm sure there's some.
Sometimes I think the best way to describe Trump is that he has a terminal lack of nuance and subtlety.
Oh, well. For somebody who's been so successful in business, who's been a personality on television, you would think he'd have nailed those qualities. And he hasn't.
Well, I think that he was successful in business and entertainment because of his kind of outward boldness and his he's always grandiose. He just does everything extra, and I don't think that works so much in politics.
He is grandiose, but I think a lot of people follow people who are bold. I think a lot of, I know I kind of like those kind of people that'll take risk and be bold, because I have my moments, but day to day I'm not that.
Right. I feel like in politics, it's kind of like with entertainment. It's like you can put in a lot of work and be very experimental and bold and stuff, and it'll be really good, but not everyone will get it. And in politics, it seems like as close to the middle of the road as inoffensive as you can be, as just right in the middle. That way you get the most people who are okay with you. Trump, his big thing is that he's riled a bunch of people up, but he's got a lot of people that really vehemently are against him. And so it becomes very volatile, it seems.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of followers too, and they have drank the Kool-Aid. They have drank the Trump Kool-Aid. They believe that he truly they believe he is a wonderful American. And they believe he really honestly wants to make America great again.
Do you think he wants to make America great again?
I'd say yes. I'm not going to say that all of his motivation is pure of heart, but I think he does.
Obviously he lies a lot, but do you think his motivations are at all sincere? Do you think he's trying to do what's best for the country?
To some degree, I think he is. But you have to remember who he is and his background. It's just, you don't become Donald Trump by being uncorruptible and being honest and being just a great human being. I don't think,
Yeah, be cutthroat.
You do.
Yeah.
You do, and you have to, and you can be corrupted by money and power, and you know, I think most people, wealthy, powerful people, are corrupt.
I recently had a guest on the podcast who described dishonest, argumentative politicians as scumbag politicians. How do you feel about that?
Say it again.
Insincere and argumentative politicians being scumbag politicians.
Insincere. Well, I think that a lot of people, politicians or not, would fall into that scumbag, category. I don't think. What was the other word? Insincere and
Argumentative.
argument. Oh my gosh. How many insincere, argumentative people do you know? Are they all scumbags? No. And I don't know. There are a lot of politicians that are just, gosh, how. I mean, there was a politician in North Dakota recently, and he was just so phony, polite. And that's that. I think that's the insincere part. And that just, I don't know how people can't see right through that. But argumentative, I think if you have a good argument to make, I'd rather hear it than for you to sit silently and never share that with your opinion or whatever.
Our other guest drew a line between argumentativeness and being able to explain your viewpoint concisely and clearly.
Well, I think what happens is you try that first, and then when nobody listens,
You start yelling?
you start yelling.
How effective do you think that is?
Not, I think, the worst thing, and we saw it all over the presidential debates, when you have candidates all the candidates are talking all at once. I got nothing. I got nothing.
That J.D. Vance and the Minnesota guy, what was his name?
Tim?
Yeah, Tim Walsh. Their debate was pretty impressive, I thought.
Yeah, it was polite. He was almost scary polite. He was like, okay, did you guys take some real calming drugs before you went on? So yeah, it was good to see, but I don't know, didn't seem real.
Didn't seem real to you. I thought they were both being pretty sincere. Maybe J.D. Vance was being a little on script a little bit.
He was on script. And I think, Donald told him, be on script.
Do this, say this.
Yep. And Tim, he could just do whatever he wants, like he always does.
He brought notes, man. He had like sheets and sheets of notes. He's like facts and figures. He's backing up all of his opinions with data,
Well, you know how I feel about JD, so I read the book. I admire the man. I don't know if he's the same man that wrote that book, years later. I don't know, but I think that initially, the way he grew up and the kind of person that he has strived to be, I like JD.
Sincere motives on that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just think it's just a very strange pairing, him and Donald Trump. But, maybe between what Donald Trump is and J.D. Vance is, maybe they can balance each other out, and maybe not.
Or maybe just corrupt each other. Who knows?
Yeah, that could happen.
What's your favorite show you've been watching recently?
Oh, my favorite my favorite show. I'm watching a British series, and I can't remember the name of it, but it has to do with, it's Foyle. He's a detective and it takes place during World War. It would be World War II, and it's about. It's set in Great Britain, in England, and everybody's against the Germans. It's kind of like how, how we had internment camps for the Japanese. Well, it's kind of, that's what's happening in Great Britain with Germans.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. So, and they've been bombed. The villages, there's a village that has been bombed. There's a man, he's kind of, I can't remember what but he's, everybody knows him. He's a businessman. He's wealthy. His wife is German. Anyway, she gets murdered. And that's the first episode of the first season, and it's really good.
So it's a detective trying to figure out who murdered this German woman?
Yes, and there's some other things going on. It's interesting. So that's what I'm watching right now. Just for funsy time, I'm watching a series called Murderbot.
Murderbot.
Yes. Of course, it's a sci-fi, and he's called a SEC unit. He's a security unit. It's
Suck unit?
SEC, S-E-C.
I heard suck unit. I'm like, I think that would be a prostitute robot.
Yeah, no porn. But it's just fun. It's just a fun. I can't not watch it. I'm addicted. And I can't remember the guy that plays SEC unit, but he's good. So he's a robot, but the people on the crew are starting to kind of treat him like he's more human, and he's kind of a rogue SEC unit.
So he's murdering people, I assume.
Well, he's there for security. He's not really, he's not like a serial killer robot. He's more like
Dirty Harry?
Yeah, kind of.
Dirty Harry bot.
Dirty Harry bot. Yeah, so that one's just for fun.
Sure.
That one's just for fun.
Well, I smell some poop on this grandchild.
Yeah, I'm smelling it too.
And I have to poop myself.
Well, I don't have to poop, but I think I'm going to clean up my little grandson.
All right, well, thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.
Mothers, am I right? They're always having children with them until the children leave sometimes, It do be like that. So our next interviewee was a stranger to me whom I saw at our local shopping mall, just kind of hanging out, chilling, being a chill, hanging out guy, sitting on one of these, little couches, and looked like a fine fella. So I came up and asked him if I could do an interview. Now this guy is very, very soft spoken, so I had to level weight the heck out of this voice. So I will sound very far away, and his voice will sound very close to the microphone. But that's the only way I could get us to be a similar volume. So, yeah, just a little warning about that. The audio is a little bit funky for this interview. All right, this is Dead. I'm here with Dead 2 here. It's an anonymous interview, so I have code names. Your code name is Dead 2.
Dead 2?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty cool.
How you feeling today? Are you feeling present?
Yep, present.
You feeling healthy? Good?
Pretty healthy, yep, pretty good.
What do you think is the worst humanitarian crisis that we're facing right now?
Like in the world,
Yeah, when you look at the news, what troubles you most?
Yeah, like they just talk about the moon and stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like you never really know. Because they be always talking about the stuff from the Bible can be like it's like happening to our reality, and like how it's so close to being like almost everything from the Bible is coming into our actual life. So I'm not for sure. I just try to like stay like positive, think about the good. But honestly, we really never really know. To be honest.
You think the rapture might be coming? You think people might start floating into the sky?
Right. They say it a lot. I mean, I ain't gonna doubt them, but because they always say Jesus might come back or whatever. But hey, we never really know. Been tornadoes, like bad weather. The moon been changing colors. Like it's been crazy.
Yeah, I mean, global warming is out there and all that stuff. So you believe in Jesus? You're a Christian?
Yeah, I believe in Jesus. Yep.
100%.
Yeah, I said 100%. Yep. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Jesus?
How he died for everyone's sins and gave us another chance of life. Like, really thank God for everything. But yeah, I'm really like open. Like, I can listen to all different religions. Like, I pretty much support everybody.
So you say he died for everyone's sins, even people who didn't believe in him?
Yep, everyone who didn't believe in him, I feel like, yep, because he talks about how like he like so-called the lost and like the found basically. So I feel like it's a spot for everyone, even though some people didn't fully like get a life to him, they could still have like a spot in heaven. I feel like.
Yeah, that's universal salvation. I also believe in universal salvation. I think it's really hard for people to forgive as much as Jesus does.
Yeah, I agree. That's why when I ain't saying I know everything for the Bible, but he seems like a very good person. I feel like, and like God really, like I'm really heavily on the God thing. Like before God, like I just like for Jesus, like at least like believing like a God, everyone out there, like because like he really is a good person. Like say he sent Jesus on earth for us, so.
I think if you ask most people, they would say God is in all the way kind, all the way good, right? So it seems odd to me that he would send people to hell.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I like Jesus and like the whole Christianity thing, because I feel like even if like I feel like it's like you still have an option, like it's still a way for you to like still go to heaven or like get these good things, like because he watches us all, like God watches us all. I feel like we all like somehow blessed some way, shape, or form. Like,
why do you think so many Christian foundations despise like conservatives, or like they have conservative values, or they despise queer people, or the racism? There's a lot of racist, anti-Arab, anti-whatever. People are down on China. Most of China is Christian, which I find odd that then Christians are then down on China, who are largely Christian. Why do you think that so many churches are so negative? They don't seem very Jesus-like.
Yeah, like I agree. Like certain like Christians like do like I want to say like have like most of them like really like I understand when everybody be like saying Christian this, Christian that, because like most of them are like have like certain character traits, but like I feel like it's a lot of us are like pretty rare out there. Like me, like I don't really judge like because we really not supposed to, but I guess from they like situations like because like we all like but the ones that's out there like they all have like certain character traits. I ain't gonna lie, I really see it. But me on the other hand, like I wouldn't judge, but they do it a lot, I guess, because of like the situations they been in, and like I guess they like got like down the point, I want to say, I don't know, because the religion they worship or whatever from other like people who don't believe in Christ, I want to say, I'm not for sure, but I think that's what I'm gonna just guess. But yeah, we really might, I think we need to start asking them though, like the ones who get like that type of like look down and like judge. Like me, I don't really get talked about like that. I think I'm different from all the other ones. I ain't saying I'm better, but like most of them like really the same. Like we pretty rare, like the rare Christians, some rare Christians out there. I think I one of them.
I think it's really easy for people to want to be better than other people, and they use Christianity or anything. People can use anything to try and put themselves above someone else to make them feel better.
Yeah, see me, I'll be like, I feel like God, like he designed us to like really like bring the best out of everyone. Like I don't think we should go around like breaking people down. We really supposed to be lifting everyone up, like, and not because like the religion, like we need to like even if they not our religion, still like make sure everyone is feeling good and like happy and like having a good day. Cause like I think that's what God wanted us. He wanted us to love each other, like love everyone. Even he said, even love our enemies, like love everyone. We really don't supposed to have enemies, but just love everyone, make sure everybody.
Absolutely. What is your earliest memory from childhood?
My memories, I had a lot of memories, but I want to say like I feel like when we was growing up, like because you notice how you don't really remember when you was like a baby, you only remember certain years out of your childhood. I feel like it was like we was like more like pure and like spiritual when we first came on earth, because like you always had like we had like certain like visions or sightings on earth, like just think about the times when you was little, you was like, dang, like I used to really visualize stuff like this. But then as you get older, like everything start to change and stuff, life start to change. Get different visions now. You see the world differently. I feel like we was like really blessed when we first came because like we was fresh on earth, like pure, pretty much.
Speaking of being first on earth and pure, my son is awake. This is my son Ted.
Hey, Ted. Hey.
So, what part of the country are you originally from? Where were you born?
Really all around, but I started mainly in the United States, but I've been all around, like probably finna get some property in different towns and stuff like that, but pretty much here.
I see you got the New York jacket.
Yep, New York. I like New York. Pretty cool state.
You been to New York City?
Yeah, I've been around a lot. I'm probably supposed to be going down there again, just for like some business stuff. But yeah, pretty cool. Like they got like good basketball teams and stuff. Pretty nice state.
I don't know if I could ever go to New York. I'm a country boy. I live in a town of 100 people.
Yeah, I feel like with the New York thing, like we might say we might not go, but like that's a popular state. Like people will eventually like, all right, I might have to visit now. Like I feel like they got the Times Square and everything. But I think eventually you might go down there for the one time just because, like, I said I want to go, then you end up going. So it's like, it's pretty good though. I want to say it's pretty good.
What's your favorite TV show?
I'm heavily on like Disney and like Nickelodeon. I still have like a child hobbies. I want to say like I like it all. Lemonade Mouth, Camp Rock. Everything, like
One Disney show. What's your favorite Disney show or movie?
favorite Disney show or movie. Lemonade Mouth was good. I don't know, like favorite. Descendants. I like Descendants. Descendants pretty good. I think it was 2. I want to say probably Descendants 2. I like them all though. The first one and the second one though. Yeah.
Do you still go to movie theaters?
Yes, love movie theaters. I'm thinking about putting one in one of my houses. Probably put it in the mansion. Want to say when I get my mansion.
And I think that is my spouse telling me that we are ready to go. Well, thank you so much for the interview. I'm right down, come up the stairs and to the right. I'm doing an interview. All right, see you soon. Well, thank you so much for the interview.
Appreciate it. Have a good one. Really enjoy it. You guys like and comment, subscribe, whatever.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah, give them all the show them all the love in the world.
What a fine fellow. What a great interviewee. What a great guest. I'm very happy to have had him. That's going to wrap up this episode. Remember, you can always email us at deadassradio.com. Still the wrong email address. Got to fix that. You can subscribe to us on Patreon. I'm thinking about putting up a Twitter, or X. I'm going to just call it Twitter. I'm thinking about putting up a Twitter account for the podcast. And then I used to be on Twitch, and I had a Discord channel. I might be switching over to the Discord since I post about the podcast on there anyway. So look out for our Discord link in the episode descriptions coming up here. Our next episode next week is going to be a really special one. I was allowed to go to a local mosque and sit in on some prayer time at the mosque, and then interview one of the leaders there for Dead 2. So that's gonna be it's a really great interview. I'm not sure who the second interview is yet for that week, but definitely check that out in the following Friday when that's gonna drop. And until then, I don't know, go pet a cat, go pet a dog, cats and dogs, go pet a tortoise if you have a tortoise around, if you have access to a tortoise. Go to a local zoo, support your local zoos and wildlife, and, you know, donate what you can to the things that you care about, because if you don't take care of the things you care about, they might go away soon. There are big things happening, big, quote-unquote, beautiful things happening in the world right now, and things are changing. So if you want them to change for the better, you gotta go out there and speak your piece. Speak your piece. Do some action. You know, search your heart. And yeah, that's gonna be all for this week. Everyone, you know, be safe, spread the love, and smooches.